Without a foe, a soldier never knows his strength, and thought must be developed by the exercise of strength. And so this carnal nature soon became a foe that man must fight, that he might be the strength of Allah made manifest. Let every living thing stand still and hear. Man is the Lord of all the plane of manifest, of protoplast, of mineral, of plant, of beast, but he gave up his birthrights just to gratify his lower self. But man will regain his lost estate, his heritage, but he must do it in a conflict that cannot be told in words. Yea, he must suffer trials and temptations manifold. But let him know that cherubim and seraphim that rule the stations of the sun and the spirit of the Almighty Allah, who rule the solar stars, are his protectors and his guide, and they will lead to victory. Man will be fully saved, redeemed, perfected by the things he suffers on the plane of flesh and on the plane of soul. When man has conquered carnal things, his garb of flesh will then have served its purpose well, and it will fall, will be no more. Then he will stand untrampled on the plane of soul, where he must full complete his victories. Unnumbered foes will stand before man upon the plane of soul. These he must overcome, yea, overcome them every one. Thus hope will ever be his beacon light, and there is no failure for the human soul, for Allah is leading on and victory is sure. Islam.
Real M-A-N. More. Absolutely. Moorish American national. We, yes, real M-A-N. More. Absolutely, Moorish American national.
Moorish pertaining to Moors, Maghreb Al-Aqsa. This is Morocco, not the one in Africa. Moorish, but not like Jewish or Swedish. Moorish, not denationalized by papal edicts. Moorish, Moroccan indigenous origin. Copper-colored Aquarian man, knowledge foreign in. American, not a continent. These colonists know who the true American is, though. They say them. We know these are pilgrims. Reconstructed history, distorted our beginnings. Have us thinking we are Negro, colored, and black. So we have no defense when we're under attack. N, national, not war or citizen jock. Knows USA is unity, salvation, Allah. Supreme honors to the forerunner and noble Mahdi. For teaching man is mind, nothing about a body.
Real M-A-N.
More.
Absolutely, Moorish American national. We, yes, real M-A-N.
More.
Absolutely, Moorish American national.
I show y'all what I can do with the scimitar. Y'all get played like the strings on the guitar. Look in the sky, can't you see I'm a big star? I control everything, hands on the handlebars. You play your games, put your hands in the cookie jar. I can tell you don't know shit, pull your rookie card. See me with my fez on, that could be my avatar. Why you got a mean face, you niggas ain't rapping hard. You got the nerve to tell me you a slapper raw, but won't say shit to the cops on your boulevard. Looking all hard, but you're soft like a jelly bar. Yeah, you got a thug walk, but run from the uniform. Red dots in your knot, got you looking like a unicorn. I ain't even talking about guns, I'm talking dots on the Hindu. I ain't trying to convince you, I know who I am. Moorish American national.
Real M-A-N.
More.
Absolutely, Moorish American national. We, yes, real M-A-N.
More.
Absolutely, Moorish American national.
Ruler of the 7 seas, so they say. Nationality disordered like every day. Nigga black and color, no, not me. She's a grand architect, so I'm throwing up G's. Ooh. In the ark of my mother, possessed earthly virtues. I'm free like birds do. Enter through the gate, feeling brand new. A real man, I'm more without a curfew. Absolutely, surely save me. Man can't be told, that's what somebody told me. But I get it, it's all about the habit. I'm being myself, and you talk about practice. I rep Philly too, but I'm talking about Congress. My jurisdiction is based off my status. My rank on this planet is always the highest. Absolutely, Moorish American nationally.
Real M-A-N.
More.
Absolutely, Moorish American national. We, yes, real M-A-N.
More.
national. Real Atlantean. Caribbeans is mountaintops of the LAND of Mexico. Golf is a G, make a 7 perfection. Yeah. Absolute. This music, what you used to is noise pollution. Lyrical pie, boom, bye. Funny guy, no joke, you should try cry. Last if you're breathing, you know why. No sky daddy on the clouds of the ether. Sun binary, seriously make you heat up. S not island, no islands. This is an empire, you running wildin'. We're the bisons on baseball caps. Real BS when you made all caps. Real descendants, you know from you made contact. I see you, man. Yeah.
Moors have returned. People say we're black, that's Greek with a birthright inheritance can be claimed by the meek. No barcode cards or UCC liens. Package selling robbers should be hung from the trees. Oak or spruce create a trust, but speak no truth. In this matrix surrounded by androids, can't find a phone booth. Nationality shield, racial shoot from behind lampposts. And minds plant more seeds than Monsanto's. Moors riding in on the room elephant like Django, doing rituals with red crystals and green candles. Warlock wand of God Van in a world unlocked. Those not claiming to be Moors have their minds undocked. Slow motion in consciousness, vast ocean. Full moon, book of shadows, dragon's blood potion. Woke up from the dreaming, living a show like Truman. Black scholars claiming superhuman, just herbs like cumin.
Where I said, where I talk about, no way there. That's if it's that show. It's up from the squad, somewhere where I grow. You're there, all night, yo. Where I said, where I talk about, no way there. That's if it's that show. It's up from the squad, somewhere where I grow. So you're there, all night glows.
So true. The more I learn about ancestry, the more I do. The more I gain, the less I strain. The more we learn, it's like the more ways I learn to earn. It's so true. Focus on what I know more than that I do.
Too dry then, ring dancing, my hereditaments, not fashion. Samurai swords started all the flashing. Word blood, water rolls through a horse's hackamore, gagging. I'm scared you worthless, faded your purpose. Should've been a brother, say you transgender. Had the face of the ancient, now you dismembered. March, first month, the last is December. Yah's letter J's just 600 years old, you pretender. Mongoloids, not Indians. Get your bearings straight, yup, you a mistake. Then you fit. Dirty Booker man is a Moorish voodoo man. Went to Haiti, that ain't a diss, man. Where I said, where I talk about, no way there. That's a pistachio, it's up from the squad, somewhere where I grow. You're there, all night, yo. Where I said, where I talk about, no way there. That's a pistachio, it's up from the squad, somewhere where I grow. So you're there, all night
pleasure to build with others that have discovered their roots. More presenting self to recruit than convincing them with disputes. Focus on the truth, more than just what we say, be and do. It's important as we pursue building this ancestry of proof. We drew maps, showing our global travel and tracks, plus proving the fact we reside here. Study clear, we appear in the scriptures and ancient pictures. We're allies, even more strong. Our stone faces appear to rectify this story, which often seems to distort, lie, and deny. Fortunately, we got griot's intuition and third eye. Learn to apply what we know so we connect and grow with others that recognize we're indigenous and show respect where it exists. Only the ready should enlist the respected yet not ready. Make it listening to this. It's true, I sit at times still like Secker, and I find points to help me to define why we as people need to combine.
Where I said, where I talk about, no way that. That's a pistachio, it's up from the squad. Some of it I grow, yeah, that. All night, yo. Where I said, where I talk about, no way that. That's a pistachio, it's up from the squad. Some of it I grow, so yeah, that. All night glows.
I should have got my correction. My national ID card.
Don't let the demons get you. Don't let the demons get you. Don't let the demons get you. The demons gonna get you. The demons get you. Come and get you. Form from an image, flesh cocoon. Listen to a sentiment, ancestral. Death is a friend to a vegetable. Rich and new start, but for now, the end of you. Shit, they black, that means they Negro. Repetition is the vibe. Moving sits up in their mind. Kundalini through their spine. That's a concept with the prime. Illusionary time was not. Time was not. We've been here. Brain full of thoughts, electrical. While ears calling deaf and mute. Words big power, make you move. Not quasi-citizen, I'm more national. Sellers only know, they're the ones that had the flow. They're the ones with all the dough. Heart replacing the stone on the hole. A story never told, just rewritten. Misrepresented. Glad you get you. The demons gonna 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 get you. If you're not in persona, if you're not in persona.
Words you read about in books in your face now. Genius thoughts I pull up like the weight pal. And that ain't level 4, y'all talk. Stay diligent to pave the way like the boardwalk. Precious of Moorish threads, the attire. I might be spoiled, but my ID don't expire. Might be not self-identifying, they a liar. Took a fall, then bounced back even higher. Descending off, if I ain't there, then it's dark. What I'm saying is, I'm the light started from a spark. Big bang, Moors on the terrain. This is state body, this is not a game. But it's red flags waving. We woke now, the whole world been waiting. No debates, just receipts feeling laden. Drew Ali brought you everything.
NewYorkPlayers.com. Gonna get you. Demons 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 gonna get you. Isn't that the persona? Isn't that the persona? Demons gonna get you. Demons back to get you. Demons gonna get you. Demons gonna get you. Demons gonna get you. Demons gonna get you.
Freddy Demos Kruger got him sleepy-headed as expected. Sell your children to dirty rabbis and creepy reverends. Abandon the Republican form like it's the norm to be stateless. Those brainless have minds very spacious. This is Drew Ali online, I see you stay faceless. How dirty to the grill and leave heaven gateless. In the constitutional fold, psychopathic inferiors run into de facto governor generals. Lake is more superior than these so-called officials with their quote-unquotes. Selling out for banknotes, straw votes, and scapegoats. Cut a sore throat for turncoats, burn bridges and burn boats and cannons. Baphomet, head sharp, shining ritual. Conscious on metaphysical, Moors are meta-spiritual, meta-lyrical, and visual. Upside down the 5-point star and go mystical.
NewYorkPlayers.com. Run.
He's coming!
Islam Moors. Peace to all the Moors worldwide. Peace to all the Moors. We're here. Oh, 1 second. Islam. Yes. We're here. You know what they do? We have our 30-day ban for the people who, for the people who think it's a game. People who think it's a game. We got some updated info. Honors to all the Moors worldwide. Honors to Noble Drew Ali for setting the standard for us. Honors to him. So this is crazy that Pastor G, this is what Pastor G is repping for. This is what Pastor G is repping for. And then she's mixing Taj in with all the BS, that she's promoting. She puts Taj's face there so that you think Taj is down with all this BS because he's not going to come out and say, I'm not down with the BS. And call the BS by name. No, he's not going to do that. That's just, don't expect it. Don't look for it. It's not happening. He's just putting out info. He don't care about anything else. The people can't get it because people are using certain master teachers on their platforms just for their platforms. They're not doing it for info. They're not doing it for info. They're doing it for views, likes, Cash App donations, whatever they're doing it for. It's not for what you think. So that's why we're saying, but that it must be real good over at House of Ram. It must be real good over there. Because Pastor G had the teacher from the Throat University on her stuff. The skill that every woman needs to know. This is what Pastor G is repping. A healed woman can heal a man. Remember, you could lead a horse to water, but all you could do is lead a horse to water. And unless horsey is thirsty, no drinking's going on. This is the harlot whoredom in the Moorish movement right now. And these people are putting the master teacher's name. These are master teacher's face with this. This is the whoredom. We're not talking about the Negro black colored or whatever. We're talking about people who's talking about their bay and all that. We're talking about their Moors. Their Moors. Playing games. Anybody who studied from Taj Tariq Bey, especially mothers, if they're honorable, they're not putting this madness on online. Throat University and all this. These are the people that are saying that they want to be the matriarch. Honor them and respect them. We don't respect harlots. Harlots don't get any honors. Tramps and bimbos and all of them, they don't get any honors. I don't care how beautiful your goddamn turban is wrapped and all that. Lower self beings with Ellen Bay who are playing games with the birthrights, doing nothing with it, but causing confusion. That's all. These people are not for the Moorish movement. This is where they're at. They're not for the Moorish movement. These people want to be lawyers. These people want to study trust law to be lawyers so they can charge you $5,000 and talk about they did something for our people. We don't need these people. Drew Ali brought us everything it takes to save a nation. No bimbo is going to go to some pipe cleaning university and be a master at pipe cleaning. Master. Top of the class pipe cleaner. And they're telling you about their bays and L's and they're promoting their pipe cleaning. They're going to teach you. This master that went to the pipe cleaning university is going to teach you how to pipe clean to save your man, to keep your relationship. This is where these people's minds are at. They have a throat university. This is what they're doing over here. And they're going on Dr. G with turbans on and all that, talking about teach you something. You better wake the hell up. If you know what's good for you, you'll wake up. Like Taj is over there getting the ba 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 doo da shibby da ba. That's what they're doing over there. That's what they're on. Right? Remember, this is what they say. This is not I'm making up something. This is their own posts. I'm telling you. They're playing you. And they're going to use the master teacher and keep playing you. Now, you haven't figured it out yet that he's on these platforms cussing these people out of their face, slapping these people with truth, and they're still staying where they're at. How you have master teacher on the platform and then you're bringing on Gawker Squawker? Right? These are people who force toothbrush down their throat and all that stuff. These people. These are people, get cucumbers and bananas and all this BS, see how far it could go and all that. Then talk about their Moors. The nationality, trust law. What trust law? Banana sucker. Talking about trust law. People are playing. And they will keep playing. You're either going to get serious about what this is about, or you're going to be played too. It's that simple.
Chip in, bro. Chip in on your identity. How do you identify yourself?
I don't identify as black first because I think the term black is problematic. Because I don't know what people mean when they say black. That's why I don't identify as black. I can identify as African, but I don't identify as black because I think that term in itself.
Do you see it as a European sort of invention? Do you see it as like social engineering?
It's definitely a European invention. They split the world into three races: Mongoloid, Caucasian, and Negroid. Black was the term invented by Europeans. Africans never saw themselves as black before the European intervention. Africans never thought about all this race. Race wasn't a concept in Africa. You get me? So why are we giving ourselves labels that we didn't give ourselves before? This is European influence, and we need to stop doing it. So I don't identify as black.
Do you think
I identify as African? Yes, because I'm from the continent of Africa, but I don't identify.
Do you feel like black can mean African, or do you think it's two completely separate things?
I don't know what you mean by it's separate. Because
but then again, you have Sri Lankans who are black as well, who have black skin colors.
Australian
but they're not black Africans, are they? But they've got black skin. Sri Lankans. Some Sri Lankans are darker than Africans.
What about Australian Aborigines?
So I'm trying to say, yeah. So the term black, I see where it's coming from. The term black is a label that the Europeans gave us. So obviously, because you've got Sri Lankans who I said who are dark, but they're not black African. They're Asian. They're not black.
Do you think in order to go forward, do you think we need to start identifying ourselves instead of going by other people's labels?
Yes.
But in terms of what? Identifying ourselves as what?
That's what I mean. So you can say melanated, you can say African, you can say East African, you can say.
We already say that. We already say we're African. You keep saying that.
I think Somalia is like the most simple thing to say, man.
Yeah, man. You wanna chip in, bro? Chip in on your identity. How do you identify yourself?
I don't identify as black first of all, because I think the term black is problematic first of all. Because I don't know what people mean when they say black.
That's not just him. That's every and anybody with a nationality. That's how they think. It's not just this guy in some video on YouTube or on IG or on TikTok or whatever. This is the thought of everyone in the world that has a nationality. This is how they think. The people with nationalities, this is how they think. They don't know what being black is. Where they're from, that doesn't exist. The majority of people in the world. And keep in mind, all these places in the world, if this idea of somebody being black exists, that person or those people that are classified as black, they're the lowest in society. And no one wants to be them. No one wants to be them. This is a foreign concept to everybody in the world that has a nationality.
That's why I don't identify as black. I can identify as African, but I don't identify as black because I think that term in itself is problematic.
Do you see it as a European sort of invention? Do you see it as like a social engineering?
It's definitely a European invention. They split the world into three races: Mongoloid, Caucasian, and Negroid. Black was the term invented by Europeans. Africans never saw themselves as black before the European intervention.
So all those people out there who's talking crazy to you that Moor means black and all that, so we could just call ourselves black, they're a liar. Because black being identified or an identification for people came from modern Europeans. So anyone who's saying that Moor means black, so that means we're black, their mind is just like their master, the modern European. And pretty much after that, you don't gotta tell them, you don't gotta say shit to these people after that. Because they let you know where they stand. Everybody else in the world has a nationality. They don't call themselves these fictions. This is what you're being told by someone who's a national. And this is not some top secret whatever. Moor's been telling you this for 100 years. You people are late. Everybody's pissed off waiting for you niggers to get your shit together and proclaim your nationality and start being your ancient foremothers and forefathers again so the world could come back into balance. The whole world's waiting on us. Crashing boats into bridges so your butter's 35 notes. And then you're gonna be complaining. Everybody's going over and beyond to get the attention of our people. Wake the hell up. Flew planes into buildings, all types of madness for these people to wake up. People still sleep. They still sleep.
Africans never thought about all this race. Race wasn't a concept in Africa. You get me? So why are we giving ourselves labels that we didn't give ourselves before? This is European influence, and we need to stop doing it. So I don't identify as black.
Do you think
I identify as African? Yes, because I'm from the continent of Africa.
Sure.
Oh, so we identify as American, yes, because we're on the continent of America. We have a nationality. I'm not just saying we're American, because that just means you're from that continent. That's not your nation. Yes, identify as African because Somalia is in Africa. This is basic stuff. This is not advanced. Then these dummies over here in North America, they're from the United States, but they're not United Statesian. They're American. But then whenever they go do Olympics and whatever like that, they're talking about the US. They say they're American when they go Olympics. When they do some conglomerate of the whatever, they don't talk about American did something. They say U.S. in your face. But people are asleep. Right? And it's hard for Moor. Because Moor didn't even have to type all this on there. Just put this thing up. But we have to break it down to the common denominator for our people. We got to break this down to the element for them to see. They can't be too advanced. You have to break this thing down. You have to break this down to coming out the womb. These people are asleep. But there's two in the back who know exactly what we're talking about. And they're trying to find the best way to get to fix their stuff that's going on. Because they realize that something's wrong here with this black BS that I've been playing games with all my life. This is actually making sense. Somalis aren't black because they're Somali. Yeah, they're dark skinned, but they're not black because they have a nationality. Somali. They come from that place. Somaliland. They have a nation. They have national pride.
I don't identify as black.
Do you feel like black can mean African, or do you think there's two completely separate things?
I don't know what you mean by no, it's separate. Because
But then again, you have Sri Lankans who are black as well, who have black skin colors.
Australian,
But they're not black Africans, are they? But they've got black skin. Sri Lankans. Some Sri Lankans are darker than Africans.
What about Australian Aborigines?
So I'm trying to say, yeah. So the term black, I see where it's coming from. The term black is a label that the Europeans gave us.
Right? So he sees where the other brother's coming from. Why? Because he has a nationality too. He ain't black. He has a nationality. He's saying, yeah, that's actually true. I get what he's saying, because Sri Lankans, which is the logical move to make in order to see if you're really, digesting what's going on. There's these people called Sri Lankans, and they're darker than Africans. How come nobody calls them black? And how come they don't call themselves black? But they're actually black. You actually put something black next to them, and they're Sri Lankan. And then at that point, you realize, oh yeah, this thing is a fiction. This was a creation by somebody else to try to misclassify some people. The question is now, why would they do all this work to misclassify just these people? They're not doing this with anybody else that they encounter. The only people that they do this BS with, these dummies in North America. No one else they pull this BS on. You go to Peru, you'll see some black Peruvians. Black people. Looking like a black fez. They're Peruvian. They're not black. So it's a game. And all these names, labels, whatever you want to call them, it's all a game. They know exactly what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They know. Just the part. Our people is the problem. Our people not knowing is the problem. Honest to all the Moors in the chat who've been helping out Lord Zed. Lord Zed, the wheels are turning. How does one enter the Adept chamber? How does a mother Moabitess become Grand Sheikess? I will stop there. I don't see anything going further. All right. So when you're talking about the Adept chamber, what you're really talking about is the mysteries of the silent brotherhood of the East. And you're Yahshua going through the initiations. So if you have the mysteries of the silent brotherhood, you don't worry about being in no Adept chamber. Because at that point, it's irrelevant. Because mysteries of the silent brotherhood of the East. Silent brotherhood. So when people think Adept chamber and then they think about getting to a higher rank and 33rd degree and 90th degree, and once you start getting into that, they got you. They have you thinking inside the box, right? How does a mother Moabitess become Grand Sheikess? Right, one of the Moors said it in the fact. Sheiks are born, not made. Sheikesses are born, not made. The grand on there is because you're an official of the Moorish Science Temple of America, Moorish Holy Temple of Science. That's why the grand's on there. But, title doesn't mean anything. You have a title and then you're sucking ice cream. The title is useless if you're an ice cream sucker, right? Going to the throat school and all that stuff. Forget. Disqualified themselves. Now, if you're looking at the position in the Jural Society, in the religious corporation, in the civic organization, the title of that, you're elected. Somebody votes for you to be there. You're not just picking that up and saying you're that. That's not how that works. If we're talking about, under the umbrella of the Moorish movement. When it's Grand Sheikess, then that's where the whole thing with the Adept chamber and whatever comes in now, because in the organization, people who go through the Adept chambers are the ones who's qualified. Because those go together. They're not separate. Like two different people ask this question about an aspect of the Moorish Science Temple that they've been conditioned to think is outside of that. So once there's an Adab chamber, right? We look at Noble Drew Ali, and then we see Prophet as the head, and then we have all the people under him. All those people went through the Adab chamber in order to be able to sit in those seats. Because the Adab chamber is these people's activity. And based on your activity, you got a seat. And being selected. Remember, the prophet's the head, so whatever he says, what goes. Who's voting? You ain't voting if the prophet's the one here. What are you voting for? He's making the decision. So when you talk about Adab chamber, enter the Adab chamber, relative to the Moorish Divine and National Movement, the Adab chamber is where the leadership is from. But sheiks are born, not made. And titles don't mean jack. If you get the point. So let the Adab chamber be the world and the people that you engage. And master that. Because if you're an Adab, you're a master. If you're an Adab, you figured out a little bit more than everybody else. Now we can go outside of the Adab chamber and find Moors who are Adab, that they're not even in the Adab chamber, but they're Adab though. They're masters. So don't get caught up with the hoopla. Study the lessons. Be yourself. You don't need chambers and you don't need titles. If you're living by the principles, if you're uplifting fallen humanity, studying your Quran, putting that into practice in your life, you might qualify. You don't need to be in the place. That's specific to, we're gonna get some work done. Okay, fine. Now we need an Adab chamber. Because we have all these Moors, and then all these Moors want to get active, and all these Moors are in a certain territory, and then so now you're going to start your Rob's rules or your parliamentary procedures or your administrative functions or whatever like that. You get yourself organized, and then there'll be Adab chamber. And people who are qualified go through it. And when they get out the other end, now they're ready to take their place amongst the affairs of men and be the trustees that you're supposed to be. So if that's not clear, then you could put something else in the chat in all caps. Phil Valentine had a bunch of skanks mad on the live last night. He told them they were insane. Phil Valentine been cussing them out. And don't forget, he's L and all that. He knows what's up. I don't care if he puts it on there or not now, today. But I know he knows who the Moors are. And we're not talking about some Moors from Spain and all that stuff. We're talking about Moorish Americans. He knows what's up. And all these people say they're gonna rep him and all that stuff, and they're playing stateless black Negro colored games when their master teacher has a nationality. Their master teacher has a nationality. If you didn't know, Phil Valentine, yeah, he's a L. He's a Moor. He knows his nationality. Without a shadow of a doubt, he knows. So yeah, he's gonna cuss them out. Because they are insane. If you're brown calling yourself black, you're insane. If you're brown playing black games, you are actually insane. Islam Alerbe. We still have the building where we moved from, over at the small spot. We still have the spot. So honors to you. Honors to you. Know that it wasn't in vain. Know that it wasn't in vain. Honors to you. I don't know if I missed something conscientiously, but is who a clean or a dirty Moor? Yes, yeah, these throat university people crazy. No, Phil Valentine, that's the master teacher. What do you mean? Phil Valentine is Phil Valentine's next level. Next level. On the metaphysics and all that, you gotta go watch the old stuff though. That's where people get messed up. Because everybody goes through some type of transition when it went from lectures to internet and all that. So unless you have the DVDs or the VHS or whatever like that, or somebody puts those stuff on YouTube, you're not really getting it, because a lot of those people, master teacher, whoever's that people look at today and oh my gosh, whatever like that, 15 years ago, 20 years ago was when they were actually at their prime. Right now they're master. Right now they're chilling. Right now they're 1-inch punch everything. They don't got to put in any work anymore. Right. Master teachers should be chilling now. There should be the next level that stepped up, and now the master teacher should be chilling. Shouldn't be doing jack. Shouldn't be teaching anything anymore. You'll be sitting back at the Moorish whatever, their feet up. All the master teachers that's there chilling. After they got a certain age, that's just where they go. That's their retirement spot. That's their retirement spot, just a spot. Where they go. They got put in a house. Fridge is full. If you want PSW and all that stuff, just call the number on the fridge where you put in your work. And go chill. We got this. We got this now. Right? We got this now. But people play games. Fame and Nobility Games and everything else. Right. And we brought Phil Valentine here. Moors were there at the lecture, vending. Phil Valentine told all them people in there, you guys make sure you go to that table over there and go talk to the Moors. Go ask them. Go ask him when he came to Toronto to do the lecture in the school cafeteria, the school lunchroom. Just go ask him. He told all these people, make sure you go get the Moorish information. That's where it's at if you're going to be saved. Yeah, we could do metaphysics and all that stuff all day, but that stuff that the Moors got over there, go check those Moors out. You think these people came and checked the Moors out? Nah, they're gonna play games. But we know Phil Valentine is a master teacher, and we know that he's a L. We know he's proclaimed. We've seen the lectures with him with fezzes up and all that. We already know he knows what's up. Yeah, yep. Bobby, same thing. But don't forget, his teacher was C. Freeman L. So you already know Bobby knows what's up. And everybody knows Bobby's a Bay if they watch the C. Freeman L lectures. You see Bobby Hammett in those. Yeah. At the C. Freeman lectures, when Bobby Hammett was a young pup, and then we were probably dumb nigger or something, doing nigger stuff. Everybody knows what's up, yo. Everybody knows what's up. It's our people that's the problem. Yep, and then Bobby wasn't shy about C. Freeman L being his master teacher either. Bobby Bay. Yeah, he wasn't shy about C. Freeman L being his master teacher. No need to be shy. Because who else are you gonna get the stuff from? Has to be the Moors. And then look at all these people today. They rep for some Bobby Hammett, don't they? How much people were on the Phil Valentine live? How much people were on there? And then how much of those people you think had a nationality after? Even how many people during the live you think had a nationality? How many people you think in the Phil Valentine live, whatever live he was on, how many were Moors, proclaimed Moors on there? Right, so they don't count. So it's all about the ones who haven't proclaimed and don't know what's up. So of all the ones who don't know what's up, how many of them are gonna go study the Moorish paradigm? Because they're gonna listen to Phil Valentine. Well, he's a L. I don't care what he calls himself right now. He's a L. And we've seen him fezzes up and all that, and we already know once you go Moor, you can't go black. That black stuff is dead unless you're playing some type of game. All right. Once you go more, you are unsure. Probably come with 50, 100 million more slogans once you go more. This is where it's at. The Moorish paradigm. Knowing the truth about your nationality and your birthrights. That we're not Negro, black, colored, and anything else. We're not that. Don't let them play you.
In 1948, the land of the Palestinians was stolen. That's exactly what happened. In 1948, the claim was laid, and people decided if you are interested to look at the true history, you will find it. They used the term Israel to refer to a place when in history it only ever referred to a people. Israel is Jacob, may peace be upon him. The children of Israel, or the Israelites, are the children of Jacob. It never referred to a place. The place, the Canaanites who were there, Palestine, people know this. So what they did is they came in, they killed, they took the land. And in fact, initially, before 1948, as some of them came, they were welcomed by the poor Palestinians who saw, these are our cousins. They are being persecuted wherever they were. And let us give them a little bit of perhaps room to live. And we will try and live with each other.
Sound familiar? Treaty of peace and friendship. And giving some people a little part because, oh yeah, these are our cousins. These are the retarded side of the family. Let's help them out a little bit. And now they're trying to kick the indigenous people out. Sound familiar? The same game. Israel is not a land. That's Canaan. Why are these Zionists fighting for Canaan for? Why are these British colonists coming to Canaan over here for? Why are they trying to take over Morocco? Why is it always some Canaanite, Moorish thing that they're trying to rule over? Because they know. Do we? Do we know? Is the question. Do we know? Do we know?
In 1948, the land of the Palestinians was stolen. That's exactly what happened. In 1948, the claim was laid, and people decided if you are interested to look at the true history, you will find it. They used the term Israel to refer to a place when in history it only ever referred to a people. Israel is Jacob, may peace be upon him. The children of Israel, or the Israelites, are the children of Jacob. It never referred to a...
Oh, so they're Jacobites then. So why are they going around playing games with their Israelites if Israel's a fiction? They're not Israelites. Why are they playing games? We're not talking about Ashkenazis or whatever. We're talking about the Hebrew Israelite people, the Power Ranger guys. Why are they playing these games? Calling themselves Israel is a fiction. And then the land that they're claiming is their homeland is Canaan. Shouldn't they be claiming Israel? Oh, you can't claim Israel because that's a fiction. There was a time when there was no Israel. So obviously it's not ancient. Before these cults, before the cults of ISIS, the cults of Ra, and the cults of El, before they unified and became Israel, there was no Israel. Remember, cult is culture. Don't be a dumbass.
A place. The place, the Canaanites who were there, Palestine, people know this. So what they did is they came in, they killed, they took the land. And in fact, initially, before 1948, as some of them came, they were welcomed by the poor Palestinians who saw, these are our cousins. They are being persecuted wherever they were. And let us give them a little bit of perhaps room to live. And we will try and live with each other.
Yeah, sound familiar? The gentle natives and they wouldn't hurt a fly and all that stuff. And all of a sudden, all of them are dead. And then these Europeans taking over everything. You really don't see the correlation? You don't see it's the same game by the same people? Please. You can figure this stuff out tomorrow if you want to. People are dumb. That's the problem. Society is so fucked in the head. You can't just deal with the apples that don't fall far from the tree. You got to deal with the tree. Something's wrong with this tree if these apples are sour every season. Something's wrong here. Stuff can't just be sour.
What happened? You need to know that as they came in a little while later, they made their true intentions clear. That we are here because we believe that this is our promised land.
So they're here in the Americas because they believe that this is their promised land. Because they don't have a home of their own, because they're from Europa. And she's Phoenician. So, and Phoenicians aren't pale people. So where the hell are these people supposed to go? Oh, they go talk to their boy over there, Sultan, and they get permission. They get permission for them to inhabit some land. It's right by the seaboard, so if stuff doesn't really go how you want, you can just go back home. They didn't go back home. They raped, murdered, pillaged, and now ruling in your land. And you're sitting over here about to be goddamn homeless. Talking about free Gaza. Free whoever else out there. Yeah, exactly. Can't make this stuff up. Can't make this up. Don't get played, please. Please don't get played. Honors to all the Moors Don't forget, April 27th, Love, Truth, Peace, Freedom, Justice Tour. Next stop, Springfield, Massachusetts. So if you're near the jurisdiction, we'll see you on the 27th. And you already know, if you can't make it, we'll be right here. Canaanland Moors YouTube on the 27th. Getting that word out to the people. The two in the back. We're sick and tired of being sick and tired. And they're ready. They're ready to be done with the BS. You want to turn over a new leaf. This is where it's at. The Moorish paradigm. Don't worry about who fell off and who left and who whatever like that. Know about the ones who's still here 100 years later. We're still here. Moorish Americans. We're not folding either. We're not folding. We're here. Honors to all the Moors in the chat. Honors to all the Moors in the chat. Have a happy holy day. Have a happy holy day. Oh yeah. Okay, just in case anything could happen. Anything could happen. But just in case. Make sure we get this out here too.
One of the connections of the eclipse they don't talk about is the more spiritual side of it. Normally, this is when you can make major life changes. Okay, that's one of the first things that's happening. It's like going for a makeover on yourself, you know, and that's why one sits in either prayer or meditation or solitude, but to give thanks. And don't forget, it's only 68 minutes from beginning to end, from 2:37 Eastern Standard Time to 3:33, where it ends in Maine. Then in that period, since it starts at 2:37 Eastern Standard Time, you can begin to take stock of what you want, what your intentions are, what you plan to do with your life, and where you want it to go forward. Okay, and definitely stay in a state of thanks. It gives you a time to make a reset, to reboot, to rethink, to refresh yourself. Take advantage of that. That's the spiritual connection that they talk about. They talk about more some of the drama that goes on, which is true. But then there's a spiritual component to it as well. And don't forget, what is it? The sun. The sun is the fire. The sun rules spirit. The sun brings warmth to every part of this planet Earth at some point. So if you can think of it like that, that's how you take advantage of it. One of the connections of the eclipse they don't talk about is the more spiritual side of it. Normally, this is when you can make major life changes. Okay, that's one of the first things that's happening. It's like going for a makeover on yourself, you know, and that's why one sits in either prayer or meditation or solitude, but to give thanks. And don't forget, it's only 68 minutes from beginning to end, from 2:37 Eastern Standard Time to 3:33, where it ends in Maine. Then in that period, since it starts at 2:37 Eastern Standard Time, you can begin to take stock of what you want, what your intentions are, what you plan to do with your life, and where you want it to go forward. Okay, and definitely stay in a state of thanks. It gives you a time to make a reset, to reboot, to rethink, to refresh yourself. Take advantage of that. That's the spiritual connection that they talk about. They talk about more some of the drama that goes on, which is true. But then there's a spiritual component to it as well. And don't forget, what is it? The sun. The sun is the fire. The sun rules spirit. The sun brings warmth to every part of this planet Earth at some point. So if you can think of it like that, that's how you take advantage of it.
Honors to all the Moors worldwide. Honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Honors to all the Moors in the chat. Peace and love to all the mothers. Supreme honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Islam, Moors.